These are the dollar store easels that we are going to be using for this project. This is the whiteboard, and this is the blackboard easel. And they measure out at about 4.5 by 5.25, or I'm sorry, 5 3/4. But you do need to measure each one because sometimes they're cut a little bit different. So for these Dollar Tree whiteboard and chalkboards, I am starting in my Canva and I'm going to create a custom size here. I have Canva Pro, so I'm going to change my units to inches here. And the width of these comes in a little under 4.5. It's closer to 4.25, but I'm going to go with 4.5 inches. And the height comes in at about 5.75, but I'm going to go with 6 inches because I want to make sure that I'm overlapping my image for the sublimation and that I get a good area for the DTF on the chalkboard as well. And again, we're going to be doing sublimation on the whiteboard and DTF on the chalkboard. So here is our size. So I went ahead in my Creative Fabrica. I have the all access and I just searched out hot cocoa images here. There are so many. I'll have a link below for Creative Fabrica. If you would please use my link, I would greatly appreciate it. And so I found some designs that I want to use. I knew I wanted to use these brown gnomey colored ones. And there it is. So all you do is hit download, and then I'm going to go in here and hot cocoa gnome. So right here. So I am going to extract all of these and I will extract them to my downloads. So I've got that one extracting here. And so here is another one. So this one is Christmas hot cocoa bar. So you just download and then extract again. Right here they are. So I'm going to extract these as well and put them in my downloads. And then another image that I thought for the chalkboard, I thought it would be nice to have a little bit of color behind the design. So I picked out these dusty chalkboard backgrounds. And so you just download. And so here they are. And I am going to extract these as well. So I'm going to get those into my downloads. So now we can go into my Canva here and we'll go to our design. I can get rid of this one and I'm going to get rid of these. My internet's very slow today, so I don't want anything slowing us down too much here. So I'm going to go to uploads here and I'm going to hit upload files and let's do our chalk ornaments here for chalk colors here first. So I'm going to make these big so that we can see them. So I think I like the brown and the gray and possibly the green might work in our design. So I'm going to bring those in. So, and then I'm going to go to upload file again. And I'm going to get back into my downloads here and I'm going to open up the hot cocoa bar here. And again, I want to look at these. I'm not going to import anything that I won't be using. Let's make these a little bit bigger here. And so I thought there's a couple designs here that I thought were super cute. This one, and I really like this one because I think it'll match the gnomes really well. This dripping caramel here. And I like this red one, and I like this one. And let's see, or maybe this dripping caramel, I can't remember. Well, that's got the white behind it, so no, it wasn't that one. But I'm going to download this one too. I don't want these to take too long since my internet is super slow today. So I'll just upload those. See, I'm already getting, a code, an error code showing that I am having trouble uploading. But anyway, I'm going to add a second page here. So here we go. So one is going to be for the whiteboard and one's going to be for the chalkboard. So first thing I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to bring in this gray color here. And this one is going to be for our chalkboard. So I'm going to start stretching this out a little bit. And let's see. I didn't bring my gnome in yet. So I'm going to look for that gnome here, right here. And there were some really cute ones in here. And so I thought I'd like one with a lot of light color to it, like this one. It's hot cocoa kind of day, but first hot cocoa. See, these have a lot more white in them for on that whiteboard, and DTF does print white. This one I like too because I can write what I want on the mug. It's hot cocoa weather. That one's cute and a lot of light color to it. Let's see. But first hot cocoa. I really like that one, but I want more white in the design. So I think, but first hot cocoa, these two I'll bring in. So I'll upload those. So now for my second one, the whiteboard, this one I thought was super cute, but there are some other ones coming in that don't have this green in the background, so I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to use. So let's see here. All right, so these are all uploaded. So I think I'm going to change this one out to this one for now, and we're going to keep working here. And I also want to change out this gray for the brown because I think that'll look better behind the gnome. You can also go up here to edit and go to adjust here, and you can change your colors this way as well. You see how you can make them lighter and darker by doing highlights and lowlights and contrast. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit lighter here and go here and lighten this up because the lighter the better on the chalkboard, I think. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add my gnome in here. And I'm not quite sure which one I want to use because I really like both of them. So this is going to be really tricky for me. And you can see your centering lines here come in with the magenta. So I've got him in there. Make this a little bit bigger here and move him down and give that a little bit to the back of him. And we can also turn this a little bit too if we want to get it a little more behind him. And then I also found this cute chalkboard font. It's called Bride Chalk Font. And so I downloaded that. So now I need to extract it. So I'm going to extract this all because you can't upload them into Canva without extracting them. I can put them on my computer without extracting them. And here's how you put them on your computer. Let's just use this sand one. And then you just hit install. It's that easy. And when it's done, it is on your computer. So let's put the script on there too, not this one. Try this one. Yeah, try that one, install that one. And you see that it's that easy, and then it's on your computer so that you can use them in like Cricut Design Space and other things as well. So now I've got this extracted. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to hit text box here, add a text box, and it comes in at Canvas Sand. So I'm going to hit this Canvas Sand and I'm going to go to upload a font right here. And so now I'm going to go into my downloads and I'm going to find those fonts, all three of them I'm going to install here. So you just click it, open, and it'll say, can you use this? Yes, because I have the Creative Fabrica All Access. And so it will get this font in. And I will show you here, Bride Chalk here, as soon as it's done. All right, so we'll look here. These are all fonts that I've uploaded from Creative Fabrica right here, Bride Chalk, and it will change our text to that. And here we go. So that is changed that text box. So now let's add another one here. So upload a font And I'll do the second one here, the script. Open. Yes, we can use it. And it'll upload that one as well. And then I'm also going to upload the third one as well. So let's find this one, Bride here. Bride chalk script. And you can see that it'll change that. Yep, love it. So now let's add one more text, one more font here, the serif. Here we go. Open, upload. Yes. All right. So now we can work with that because I'm going to add a few things on to the chalkboard image. All right, so now that's done uploading. So let's just show you what that looks like here quick. Bride. B-R-I-D-E right there. Bride chalk serif. There we go. Yep, very nice. So here are the three bride chalk fonts right here. So I'm just going to leave this sitting here for now, and we're going to work on this one. So I do like this, but I thought we'd add something like a hot cocoa bar, and that's what I want to use that font for. But first I'm going to go in here to elements, and I'm going to look up Christmas background and see what we come up with. There's a really cute one that I've been using a lot. Go to graphics here, and it is actually this one. I think this is so cute, the candy cane design here. So I'm going to stretch this out all the way, pull it up and pull it over. And then I'm going to position it to the back, and we're going to see what that looks like behind there. That is really cute, actually. But I also go to elements here, and I'm going to look up bleach spot. Is maybe I'll add a little bit of a white behind this as well so that it gives it the full effect of seeing that cocoa cup in there. So I'm going to position this to the back at bring it forward one, so that you can see that that kind of enhances that image where you don't have so much of the candy cane look in there. So, all right. So now I'm going to write, bring this down here, and I'm going to write hot cocoa on this one. I'm going to change the color here on this because you can't see that real well here. And I don't want it quite that wide, but I'll change the color here. And I think I will go with, see all here. When you go into your color palette, you can see that it pulls colors in from the different images that you're using. So maybe I'll use that green here. Get this highlighted first. And then maybe use that green there and see, nope, I don't like that color in there. Although I can change this out, and I think I'm just going to go with black so that it kind of matches the chalkboard, but I'm going to also put an effect on there. I'm going to go with an outline and maybe just go with a white outline there. Hot cocoa, and then maybe give it a little bit of an arch as well. Let's see, effect. Give it an arch, not that big. So then I'll change my curve here to this like that. And then I'll add another text box, add a text box, and I'm going to write bar, B-A-R. And I'm going to make this bigger so that you can see it. And then I'm going to change that to a different font than we had for our what we had up top for our blackboard. So let's go to our bride. I think that looks cute. So let's make this bigger so that you can see it. And I'm going to bring this into the bottom here. And I'll move this up a little bit. Bring this in. And I'm going to maybe drop this down a little bit. Put an effect on there and put the white border on it again. Hot cocoa bar. That looks pretty cute. All right, so now get that centered really well. Down a little bit. There we go. Now we're going to work on our top design here. But first, hot cocoa. I really love this design. So I'm going to bring him up and I want to add um, some of our chalk letters in here. Let's see. So add a text box and let's see. Um, warm. Let's just write warm and yummy. Let's see what we get here. Make this bigger. And I'm going to make this white because it's going to be on our board. So I'm going to go to effects here and I'm going to turn this and I'm going to bring it up into the center there. And I'm also going to not have that quite curved that much. And I'm going to make it bigger. And oops, not quite that big. And I'm going to change the color to white. And I'll probably do an effect on that with an outline. And I will do, I like that gray, that's cute, but I think I will go with more of a brown color if I can find one here. Maybe just go into the color palette here and make our own. Go up in this area here and maybe do, oh, that's too orangey. There, that's not too bad. That looks kind of cute. Warm and yummy. I'm not sure that I like those words. Let's go warm and delicious. Hopefully I spelled that right. Delicious. All right, now I'm going to make it a little smaller so it fits in there a little better. Now remember, this is the DTF, and so it does print the white, and that's why I want the white on that. I think that'll look really cute on the chalkboard. So let's see, maybe I'll change this font. Let's see what other one, not that one. Not that one. Now, maybe I'll just leave it on this one that we had. All right, so now I'm going to download these two images and I'm going to call them Coco. Oops, change my name here. Coco. All right, so now we go to share and we are going to download. And because I have Pro, I'm going to click the transparent background there. I'm going to raise up my DPI all the way and I'm going to download these. And as soon as they're done downloading, then I will get them unzipped. They're almost done here. And then we'll look at them. And when I pull them up, you're going to be able to see clearly what, right, it's ready to be unzipped now. I paused for a minute there. All right, here we go. So I'm going to unzip this, extract all, and then I will open these so that you can see what they're going to look like. And this you'll be able to see really well. That's what it's going to look like, just like that on the blackboard, which I love. And here is the one that's going to be on the whiteboard. And I think that looks really good. I'm wondering though, if I might want to, let's go back into our Canva here. And I am going to duplicate this page and I'm going to pull this one out and I'm going to see if I like this one better in there because it's the chocolate matte is going to match better to my design up top, the brown. I think that's going to look better with it than the other one. So I might print this one instead for the DTF or for the sublimation, I'm sorry, because I just think that it's going to match the gnome just that much better. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to delete this one because I've already downloaded it. I am going to click on this outside here and I'm going to change up this image a little bit here and see if I can get something a little bit different on the color here. Go with, get it closer to some of that brown color there. I think that'll be cute. That looks really good. That one's a little too dark, but I think we'll use this one on there because then I think that they're going to match better when I put them together out for the hot cocoa bar. So let's download this page too. So I'm going to go to share and download, and I'm going to raise my DPI up, transparent background, and I'm just going to choose the image that we're looking at right now, which is 2. And you can see that I am downloading those as PNGs as well. So I'm going to hit download, and then when this one's done, we'll look at it. And I think that's going to look better for matching the 2 together. And then you can see just how easy it is to edit your image as well. So let's see what this is going to look like here. So here is our image, our hot cocoa. And I think that looks much better. So this will be our sublimation design, and the other one will be our DTF. So now I'm going to close my Canva here, and I'm going to close my Creative Fabrica, close all these out, and I'm going to go to a Word document because we will pull together our sublimation first. And so I'm going to go in here and make this smaller so that you can see it here. And I'm going to go to my layout options, and I'm going to go to landscape, and I'm going to use my margins that are 0, and I'm going to insert the picture for the sublimation design, which is this one. So I'm going to bring this in, and you can see under picture format, it came in at right out almost that 6. So I'm going to change this to 6, and that's going to increase my design just a hair. And while I've got it here, I am going to also wrap and through, because then I can move it around on my page. So then you could add other designs in here as well, so that you're not wasting your sublimation paper. So now I would go to File and Print, and I'm going to go to my Epson EcoTank 2840 that I've converted over to sublimation printing by adding sublimation ink, and I will have a link below for how I did that. And then under printer properties, premium presentation paper matte, high quality. Under more options, I am going to turn bidirectional or high speed off, and we are going to mirror our sublimation image. And under image options, I like to emphasize more and emphasize thin lines. It's just a preference of mine. So I'm going to hit OK. And then when I get my printer hooked up, I'll get this one printed. Now I'm going to go into my DTF printer here, and I am going to add my image to my software here as well. And that is this image here, I believe. So there he is, and he came in right at the correct size. And so when I go to rip here, you can see that my software automatically reverses it. I have the InkSonic DTF printer, and so my InkSonic software automatically reverses it. So I am going to get these 2 printed, and then I am going to put my adhesive on my DTF, and then we will get these pressed on. So we are going to be starting with our blackboard, and I'm going to be using my HTV Ront Auto Heat Press 2 for this. So I have this heating up to 355 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to be using good firm pressure, and we're going to be doing our first press for 20 seconds. And here I'm holding this image up on the blackboard here, and you can see just how good that is going to look. I use a silicone mat on the pressing mat that comes with my press. That gives me a good firm pressure too. So now I have my design on my whiteboard or on my blackboard the way that I want this to press. So as soon as we get up to 355 degrees, I'll get this started. All right, we are up to temperature. This is a cool peel, so I'm going to start my first press here, and I'm going to press this for 20 seconds, and then I'm going to let it completely cool down before I do my peel. So after the cool peel, I used a Teflon sheet and pressed for 10 seconds longer. So for this whiteboard, we are going to be pressing this at 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 seconds. And again, I'm going to be using my silicone mat. So I am going to get my design lightly taped in place, and then we'll get this pressed as soon as it gets up to temperature. So now you can see that I have this taped lightly in place with heat-resistant tape. And so I'm going to flip it over onto my pressing mat, and we are going to be pressing this for a full 60 seconds at 385 degrees Fahrenheit. And here it is right out of the press. And here they are together. They turned out so great. So we have the Dollar Tree chalkboard on the left and the Dollar Tree whiteboard on the right. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, see links below, and leave me a comment.